Hi everybody, here I will go through a little bit of the aerodynamics of the new BMW iX series. This particular car is the X-Drive 40. There's a second one there which looks pretty similar, but I think the white color is better and these wheels are maybe hint a little bit more aerodynamic. Okay, the drag coefficient of this car, and it's a massive size car, is lowest 0.25. I would guess this has air suspension, so it's lowered. I don't know how much actually, and this one has fully closing grill block at the front. There's no air going past this one when it's closed, so you can tell it's designed totally for track reasons. And there is air curtains on the front, not huge ones compared to the size of the car, and two outlets here, one on the little bit higher and about 7 centimeters high, tall there, about on the center axle, the axis of the front. But this car is so much higher than normal cars, so you can direct air directly past the front tire, even here pretty low actually. Of course it's curving a little bit inwards, but most of the rotating is directed through the bumper. Car has these rounded type frontier deflectors. It's totally flexible, and there's on the back side you have also cover there. This type directs air here, and here you have these tiny straight flaps which then will direct more sideways, and then it will go past the tire. In the front there is no covers on the struts, and on the rear corner behind the tire the radius is quite tiny. I would say it should be bigger based on what I know. Here you have this tiny lip also here. I guess that's enough to make the air jump past the wheel well. In the front the underside is totally flat. You can see the rear struts there hanging lower than the body, but if you lower the body then it will be flush there on the main level of the body. Mirrors are pretty similar than in Tesla. Aerodynamic wise, the door mirror here lower would be better, but this one you have positioned so that most air which comes on top of the winch, on top of the hood, will go past this lower stalk there because it's positioned so much low. Wiper system normal, that's nothing new there. What I really like is how the door handles, they are flush, but they are a little bit pocket, so you can put your hand there and pull easily. No electronics there which can get stuck in the winter use, where you have the most problems with the handles which come outwards. Aerodynamically much better solution than have just normal pull handles. On the rear you have straight flaps here, which are almost all cars, and on the suspension arms there is some flaps made there, but I think they are not designed optimally. Maybe they have thought that this is a four-wheel drive and almost like a SUV, so people might drive on bad terrain, so the angle of where this air will shoot from this, it's going already somewhere here, so it's not leveling up like in the EQS. When you look it from here, it's not optimal at all. It probably helps there, but it's not something which I would design like that. track wise, and the track coefficient 0.25 tells the story also that this car isn't 100% optimal. Here's some weird hole there. It's the anhänger trailing hitch comes from there. Yeah, that's what I can tell of this car at the moment. Of course, 0.25 for SUV type of vehicle is already low, but it's an electric car, and I think it could be easily 0.3, especially when it has air suspension in it, so you can lower it. Here you can see the radius in the front. It's quite tiny, it's like 10-15 millimeter, and in normal aerodynamic cars it's 20-30 millimeter or more. It helps the air go much smoother from the wheel wells. Yeah, let me know what you think about this BMW, and did I miss something? Key aerodynamic features. The wheels are pretty aerodynamic in this model. Tiny openings here, which are more than enough. Otherwise pretty flush. These tiny shapes you have here, they are not so deep that it affects the aerodynamics a lot, so you can have these small features here and there, and it doesn't affect the aerodynamics of the car a lot. On the rear you can have, they have made these wedges here because this is quite thick transition here, 15-20 millimeters, so to get better drag you have to have that kind of wedges to make it smoother for the air. Otherwise you will get a lot of whistling sounds and drag. Not much about drag, but more about the whistle. Also here on the rear door you don't have rubbers in the seams, but front door has both front and rear edges have these rubbers there to make the air whistle even more quiet while driving. Here you can have quite big pocket here. I think that's already too much for my taste, but yeah, it is what it is, and more aerodynamic car evaluation coming later. Thanks for watching.